Hey guys, welcome back. Today you're in for a special treat because I'm going to be reviewing the Ultimate Spider-Man Sinister 6 Web City Showdown playset. First, let's take a look at the box. Right off the bat, I must say I'm definitely impressed with the quality of the artwork. Nice detail and color on the characters. It's almost like something you'd see in an actual comic book. Definitely a selling point if you were looking at it on store shelves. Now here's a shot from the sides. Now on this side you can see additional figures you can get. These are sold separately. Now here is the back of the box. This is basically how the playset will look once it's all set up. Okay, let's open this thing up. You'll notice the front of the box has a little flap you can open to get a preview of how the playset will operate. These are just stickers to put on the set once everything's set up. I always love putting stickers on. This doesn't look too complicated. Just a few large pieces and one bag with some smaller pieces. This shouldn't take too long to put together. Okay, so one of the figures included in the playset is Spider-Man. It's alright. Slightly above average. I do like the details overall. My only concern is the dexterity of the figure. The limbs can be moved, but it's the joints that are lacking. You can't bend the elbows or knees, which limits how much you can do. I mean, for a figure that's included with a set, it's not too bad. Now we move on to the second figure included, and that is Venom. Again, great detail, but this time the figure is less flexible than Spider-Man. The bottom torso and legs are basically one piece. I'm assuming the most you can do with this guy is having him punch or stand still and get knocked down. But for this playset, that's what he's going to be doing most of the time, so I guess he serves his purpose. Before I move on with the set, I just want you guys to take a look at this. Feels like, if you guys remember back in the 90s, there was this thing called Nickelodeon Gak. Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like. Okay, my first complaint. The first two pieces on here require a lot of pressure to get on. So kids, please get an adult for this one. Like I said, I love putting the stickers on. This is probably the trickiest part of the entire set. This little panel here is supposed to go into these two little slots. If for some reason they don't go in, then you have to flip the panel. It also helps if you put the sticker on, which helps determine the side which is front facing. It's a little tricky, so just play around with it a little bit, but don't break it. The second panel is a lot easier. Goes right on top, like so. Alright, so here's everything all set up. Here's a shot of the back, just in case you're wondering what it looks like back there. Here's the little switch that's gonna throw Venom through the door. There's a button on the back that flips the door if you press it hard enough. I'll show you how that works in a moment. So Spider-Man is basically just going to act like a slingshot. Remember that stretchy gag thing I showed you earlier? That's the slingshot. Okay, that didn't work. Oh boy, what am I doing wrong here? Ah, okay, there we go. Let's see that again. Okay, so I figured out the problem. You see these two little circular holes on the stretchy gag thing? One arm goes in each hole. So when you pull back Spider-Man, he doesn't necessarily launch himself at Venom, but gives enough force to trigger the device to set off the trap. Yep, and that's basically it, guys. So what do I think of this toy? Is it worth it? I'm going to have to say yes. Given the price of $19.99, or at least that's what I paid for it, you definitely get your money's worth. A complete playset with 2 additional action figures. The thing about playsets is that they work with anything. Given the imagination of kids, you don't even need to be a fan of Spider-Man to enjoy this. Your kids can use their Ninja Turtles with this playset if they wanted to. X-Men toys will work with this thing as well. Overall, the build quality is strong, although I would have liked more articulation in the Spider-Man and Venom figures. But hey, what can you say for the asking price? Setting up the playset was easy enough, aside from 1 or 2 minor hiccups in the beginning stages. The instructions were easy enough, and it basically comes in one piece once everything was put together. There's no sticky or greasy residue from the green stretchy web thing, so that's good. If your kids are a fan of Spider-Man, this playset is definitely worth it. If they have a lot of other action figures laying around, it's also worth it, as the playset can be used interchangeably between different toys. The Ultimate Spider-Man Sinister 6 Web City Showdown comes. Recommended. Alright guys, I hope you liked the review. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you have any suggestions for future toy videos, don't forget to say so. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.